Thank you so much. My name's Jason Karosik, and I lead the payments platform at Roku. What we're going to tell you about today is a little bit of an update on the Roku payments platform. First, as a refresher, what Roku Pay is it's a trusted and convenient, safe way to purchase streaming content through Roku. That's important to you, the developer, because it enables you to sell more and retain more of your subscriptions. So how do we do that? We optimize the payments experience for the 10-foot. That is, unlike a web experience or a mobile experience, Roku Pay is optimized for that television streaming experience. We make sure that it works with the Roku remote, and we do a lot of testing around the 10-foot experience so that everything you see, everything the consumer sees, works well for the consumer on the TV. Now, what has been new since last time you heard from me last year? First, we've implemented a new payment method, Cash App Pay. Cash App Pay, as some of you know, is a very, very popular way for consumers to pay for different things in physical stores and online. So we've added that as a method of payment. We've taken our existing PayPal stack and we've extended it to a variety of countries around the world. So now consumers can use PayPal outside of the United States on device as they can inside the United States. And then there are two more things that you're going to hear about. Siniraj and Youngjin are going to go into detail around the Catalog 2.0 and the new developer experience that you're going to have to help better manage all the different SKUs that you might be offering. And you'll also hear from Dhruv and Siniraj on the enhanced subscription recovery service. We recover subscriptions for you so that you lose fewer of them due to some sort of technical payment issue. So we now do debit card routing as well as day-of-week routing, some testing around that to save as many subscriptions as we possibly can. Next up, if you have questions during this session at any time, feel free to take a picture of this QR code and ask your questions. We'd love to entertain as many questions as we can about the platform, particularly around the new catalog and the subscription recovery service. So without further ado, next up, Siniraj, Youngjin, take it away on Catalog 2.0.
Thanks, Jason. We are going to be talking about the Catalog 2.0 in this session. There's going to be 3 different features that's going to help increase the revenue, and one feature that's going to help you control yourself, the price. The first one is add-ons. This is where you can give an a la carte of products that are dependent on other products, where there is a base subscription the customer is expected to have, and on top of that, you can sell additional subscriptions which depend on it. They will renew together. They will be canceled together. You will be able to cancel just the add-on separately, but if your base is canceled, the add-on will get canceled automatically. The add-on and base will have the same billing cadence so that they can get renewed and have the same life cycle. The second one is a bundle. This is where you can have multiple products that you have put together, thereby increasing value for the customer while increasing revenue for yourself. The bundle will be treated as just a single offer, and it'll be just show up as one line item, will be purchased, and it can only be canceled as one item, just a single item for you. Just the value is putting multiple products together. The next one is a quarterly billing. In general, the longer the billing cycle, the lower the churn rate. That's what typically observed. So quarterly billing is one good way to reduce the churn rate compared to monthly, but it'll be slightly higher than the annual. The next one is price changes for existing customers. Where today, if you were to do a price change for existing customer or existing subscribers, you will be reaching out to Roku, and Roku will be scheduling the price changes. That's no longer the case. You will be able to make those changes via the portal yourselves. Now, moving on to the Dev portal, let's see what's new here. It's a completely refreshed UI. There is separate tabs for products, purchase option, and product groups. the critical thing that you will see as a differentiation between a product and a purchase option. You'll have one product, you can have multiple purchase options. For the same product, you can define monthly offer, quarterly subscription offers, or annual offers. You can define multiple. So the product remains the same. You can have different flavors of how you sell them. The UI is also updated to show different sorting, filtering, pagination, etc. And the next one is the UI features that we talked about, how the UI looks like. For the add-ons, when you define the product itself, you will have a radio button where you can switch it to say it's an add-on. And the moment you select it as an add-on, you have to select what's the prerequisite product. So that's the UI. And the second one is a bundle. When you create a bundle, you will be selecting 2 or more products together and create the bundle. In the case of quarterly billing, you have a new option between monthly and annual, which allows you to set the billing cadence as every 3 months, quarterly. The last one is the scheduling the price change. Here you can increase or decrease price for just the existing subscribers, or you want to add it to the new subscriber, you can do both, and you can control the time, date and time when this change goes into effect. With that, I will hand it over to Yongjin to walk through the changes on the device SDK APIs. Yongjin?
Thank you, Shinny. As Shinny just explained, Catalog 2 has the concept of product and purchase option. It also supports new features such as add-ons and bundles. The legacy Catalog 1 SDK API is not flexible enough to describe these features with each data structure. Therefore, we introduced the new Catalog 2 SDK API that uses a more flexible data structure. As the same as Catalog 1, Catalog 2 SDK API provides 3 major APIs: Get Catalog, Do Order, and Get Purchases. It also provides a new query purchase options API that would help the partner select the purchase options to offer to the user. The Catalog 2 SDK API is provided in Channel Store generic request form, which is being used for Do Recovery API. Therefore, the applications can use a single field, request, for making request, and another field, request status, for receiving response. Catalog 2 Get Catalog provides the list of purchase options and products that are available in the channel. Following tables shows the request and response in JSON form that is equivalent to the actual data in arrow associative array in BrightScript. A product in the response describes the entitlement or type of content that the user will receive after purchasing. It also describes the product group that partners can use for upgrade or downgrade by tiers. The product in this sample, basic.base.product, is in the same group with premium.base.product. Therefore, if the user has a subscription to one product, the user cannot subscribe to the other, but the user can upgrade or downgrade too. It also provides the cross-reference list of all purchase options that offer the product. A purchase option describes one or more products that are included in the purchase option, together with the billing plan that describe the billing cadence and cost per page. The example purchase option on the right shows a purchase option that offers the subscription to basic.base.product with 2 billing phases, 7-day free trial page followed by regular price page, with $5.99 per month. Partners can offer the same product with different billing plans, for example, monthly and yearly, or they can offer the same product with additional add-on product as a bundle. If the user purchases one of the purchase options, partners can easily offer various upgrade or downgrade paths to the other purchase options. This slide describes the add-on type product and purchase option, and also it describes the bundle type purchase option. The user is eligible for the add-on product only when the user already has a subscription to one of the listed prerequisite-based product. For this sample add-on, the user needs to have a subscription to either basic the base the product or premium the base the product to subscribe to this add-on product. The user can purchase base purchase option and add-on purchase options at the same time, or purchase base purchase option first and purchase add-ons later separately. As mentioned earlier, partners can create purchase options with more than one product. This sample bundle type purchase option on the right-hand side offers basic that base the product and add-on the movies product together with some discount than the case. The user purchases them through separate two purchase options. Catalog 2 dual SDK API provides the same purchase UI that Catalog 1 API currently provides. However, there are two major changes in the do-order API. In the case of Catalog 1, partners need to use two different APIs, one API to set the order information and the other to invoke the do-order command. It is now unified into a single API. Another change is that Catalog 2 provides more flexible upgrade and downgrade features. Catalog 1 do-order supports upgrade and downgrade between two different products in the same product group only. Catalog 2 do-order supports more flexible upgrade or downgrade between any purchase options, even if they are not in the same product group. For example, when the customer has the monthly subscription to a single product purchase option, partners can now offer an upgrade to yearly subscription with the same product, or upgrade to a bundle purchase option that has the same product with additional add-on product. Catalog 2 get purchases returns the list of purchases with relevant products that are associated with the local customer account. Unlike Catalog 1 API, get purchases now returns all purchases other than expired subscriptions by default. As shown in the middle, Catalog 2 purchases provide textual state that is easier to understand and also easier to filter as needed. Developers can specify the optional parameter, include expired, to request expired subscriptions as well. Partners can use the new Catalog 2 query purchase option API to query list of purchase options that match specified conditions. Next. A query consists of one or more keyword value pairs. If multiple queries are specified in a curly bracket, they are combined by logical AND operation. Multiple curly bracket query sets are processed by logical or operation. This table shows some sample queries. First example queries the purchase options, either base or bundle type that can be bought standalone. As shown on the right, two keyword value pairs provided in separate curly brackets. Therefore, the API will return base or bundle purchase options. Next three examples provide the samples to query the add-on purchase options in different ways. First one is to query the purchase options that are standalone and have the news product in it. The second one is to query add-ons that require the base.monthly purchase option to be purchased in advance or together. Third one is to query add-ons requiring basic.monthly purchase option, but only with monthly billing cadence. The next three examples provide the samples to offer upgrade path in different ways. All of them are the upgrade case from basic.monthly purchase option, but first one should have more product than basic.monthly purchase option. Therefore, it should return bundle type purchase options. Second one should have the same product only, but with yearly billing cadence. The last one should return the purchase options with the product in the same product group, but with a higher price tier. Let me finish the overview of Catalog 2 SDK API and hand it over to Dhruv.
Right. Thank you, Yunjin. In this section, we'll talk about enhanced subscription equity program, some of the developments that we are working on, and some of the progress we made so far. Next slide, please. So early last year, in February, March of 2023, we launched our enhanced subscription program. And since then, we have onboarded quite a few developers, partners to this program. Results are very promising. We've seen passive cancellation rates drop by 44%. And we've extended the life of a user by almost 3.5 to almost 4 months now that we are seeing for the partners that have adopted the enhanced subscription recovery program. We also have a self-service tool for developers to adopt to this program, which Sini will talk about later. But as part of the program, we are now testing, we are now integrating AI and ML models to optimize our recovery rates. Some of the strategies that we have been testing are different retry optimization strategy based on day of week. I mean, as in the United States, Friday is a paycheck day, and we have started training our models on to provide recommendations on that. And we've seen promising improvements, and we also testing based on different networks, Signature, MasterCard, and Visa versus other pinless and debit networks like Star and SL. And early results are promising on both making more efficient transaction attempts and higher recovery rates. Passing on to Sini.
Thanks, Drew. We have made 2 improvements to enhanced subscription recovery since our last discussion. First one, how do you test recovery API, whether from on hold or from grace? When it recovers, what's the notification you get? What's the status of the subscription? So we added a test API for that. On top of that, we have also enhanced our UI, where you can switch from basic recovery model to enhanced recovery model. The basic premise that is needed for all of this is to be integrating with the enhanced subscription recovery and testing it out. To do that, you will need to adopt Do Recovery API on the SDK. This will allow you to show a MOP page, method of payment page. If auto renewal has failed, then customer will be allowed to go and change their method of payment. Also, you need to integrate with get all purchases on the SDK to see what's the status of the subscription. And from the backend, integrate with the validate transaction API so that you can check the status of the subscription, like whether it is in recovery or on hold or is canceled. You will be able to check those things. That's also a partner notification. It's a very powerful one. As the status of subscription changes, you will get real-time notification, and so it's a server-side notification, so you can react to it much better. So please consider integrating with the partner notifications as well. Once those development activities are completed, and test the recovery integration, how it works, and we will talk about the new API right after this. And if everything looks good, you can just go to the dashboard, and you can develop a dashboard and switch it to enhanced subscription recovery. Regarding the API changes, this is the recovery test API. This allows you from praise and on hold to go into recovered. API is pretty straightforward. Like other APIs that you use, you will pass your partner API key and the transaction ID that you are trying to test with. And once it is recovered, you will get a HTTP error 200 with no content. If there is anything going wrong, you will get a error with appropriate message in the response. Switching to the UI, the self-serve capability is very straightforward. You have two options, basic and enhanced. So you just go select the enhanced radio button and click on save. If you have any questions, please submit it via Slido, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
Okay, you guys should be unmuted. Camera's on. It's on. All right. Great session from the Roku Pay team. So now, without further ado, let's dive into the Q&A. We've got the Roku Pay team with us, engineering and product owners all here. So let's get started. The first question, will catalog session from the Roku Pay team. So now, will the catalog 1.0 be deprecated, or can we use both?
So I can jump in on that. I'm on the product management team. My name is Cheyenne Valenzuela. Short answer is yes. Catalog 1.0 will be deprecated. You cannot use both. You'll have to migrate over to Catalog 2.0. We don't have a timeline in place for that yet, and we will share out. We'll give you sufficient notice once we do kind of decide a timeline, but you will have to move over to Catalog 2.0. And there's lots of benefit to it too. So you will want to move over to Catalog 2.0.
Awesome. Can we get more purchase testing tools like fake subscriptions, credit cards, and so on?
Currently, we have ability to test subscriptions using a user to be listed as a test user. So in your channel, you can categorize yourself as a test user, and you can generate the subscription, cancel it, and see how it behaves, etc. In those cases, your card will not be charged. Instead of using any specific test credit cards, you can use your own card, and you will be able to control that behavior. There is no fake subscription per se. It has to be a genuine purchase for a subscription that is different in the catalog. We have other options of using a beta channel where you will be able to test it separately and then publish it into the main channel. So those are other testing capabilities that exist. If there is any new ideas, you're more than welcome. We can collect those feedback and work on those.
Okay. Here's one that I'm going to answer. Will Roku Pay continue to invest in documentation and guides? I hope so. Like I said, I've got kids going to college, so I definitely need to keep working on docs and webinars and all kinds of supporting materials that we need for the platform. So yes, as the Roku Pay platform evolves, we will continue to be putting out updated docs and guides to make integrating into Roku Pay and all its features as seamless as possible. And as you've seen over the past year, we've done webinars on enhanced subscription recovery. We actually, when Catalog 2.0 comes out, we will also have a webinar. We have a video explaining the migrating from 1.0 to 2.0, because that is a major release, and we'll have all the supporting documentation, videos, webinars, and all that it warrants. All right. Next question from Samantha. What fraud prevention measures does Roku Pay have in place, and what more will you be adding?
I could take this. Chris Underwood, I lead core payments here. So we have various in-house rules and settings in which we control and monitor fraud instances on our platform, both at the MOP edition level as well as at the transaction level. We use industry-known best practices around IP address and device linkage, and continue to invest more across platform around mitigation of both chargebacks as well as fraudulent transactions on our platform.
Good. Awesome. Will we see more feature parity with other payment platforms such as Stripe or other OS companies?
Stripe feature parity in terms of Stripe as from a payments perspective or a billing perspective, maybe we need a little more clarity around that question.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get more clarity, Jamie, on that. From Samantha, will we see more analytics tools, payment dashboards, reporting, and integrations to the finance tools?
Yeah, I can take that as well. Yeah, we're investing in that. We have plans for Q4 and 2025 to enhance both the reconciliation, the transaction summary reports, the payout dashboards, to make it more seamless. We're also discussing how we manage the end-to-end subscription state and status related to all the debits and credits that occur to get to your end payout state. So yeah, it's top of mind for us, and we're continuing to look into enhancing that dashboard.
Excellent. From Chris Dwyer Perkins, are there more plans to force test accounts in the particular subscription states? For example, Excel, for example, trials, recovery. Initially I'll take a stab at this and hand it off to the team, but we just released the subscription recovery testing, which enables you to force subscription into those different states, going from active to in grace to on hold, and then to either recovered or canceled. So that just released recently. But I'll let the team expand on that as well.
Yeah, thanks, John. That's exactly what it is. We have enhanced the subscription recovery test system with a lot more scenarios to test. So you should be able to test all state transition related to the recoveries, including grace, recovering from grace, and on hold, as we discussed just now. The recovery was a gap, and now recovery can also be tested, and you'll be able to move the subscription to any state into the dunning flow as you see fit.
Okay. Excellent. Here's a fun question. Is Roku Pay used the same way internally at Roku?
Very broad. We utilize Roku Pay's payment stack across Roku's ecosystem. So it's leverageable in many forms and fashions. So I think the answer is yes. The recent ad manager launch utilizes Roku Pay's backend to support credit card payments for advertisers. The shoppable ads with Walmart and Shopify uses Roku Pay's backend ecosystem to process those payments. We process hardware and content, services, and sales. So it's scalable and leverageable across all of Roku. So yes.
Great stuff, Chris. How would you advise a company to do trials, bundles, discounts using Roku Pay as a tool set? Are there best practices?
Bundles is a new thing that has been introduced in Catalog 2.0, so you should be able to test those as well. In terms of testing them, there are few best practices. Typical one that is used by our partners is to create a shadow channel or a beta channel and then test it over there so that it's not released for public. And once everything is good, then you will publish that into the real public channel. That's the standard practice.
Excellent. Are there any plans of introducing a new user access role in the developer dashboard to enable more engineers in the team to test in-app purchases for a channel? For a channel that providing, sorry, the questions are moving around. For providing a channel that provides, to test in-app purchases for a channel that providing further access. Sorry for bungling that question. Let me repeat that. That was terrible. Are there plans of introducing a new user access role in the developer dashboard to enable more engineers in a team to test in-app purchases for a channel without providing further access? So the answer I'm seeing, the late breaking news is the answer is yes. So I think it took me longer to read the question than actually get the answer. Moving on. Is there any possibility in the near future for developer account like we have tester accounts? As of now, developers don't have any options other than to link the device with the channel admin account to integrate Roku Pay.
Yeah, so I think that was a continuation of the previous question, right? So I think we need a new role, like the previous developer suggested. So we are going to address that.
Yep. Yeah, so it's something that hopefully it's on the roadmap. All right. Let's see. Here's a question. I think I can probably answer this one. How can we submit feature requests to Roku Pay? So let me just start with that. That one, I think a good way to do that might be through the Roku developer Slack channel. So I think there actually should be there's definitely, I think, the appropriate channels where you could actually put in feature requests. Feel free to actually ping myself or Gene or Nicole or someone on this team, and then we could funnel that to the Roku Pay team. So that's definitely one easy avenue to submit requests. And then are there any upcoming changes to the Roku Pay SDK that might affect our current implementations? How can we prepare for these changes?
Definitely there are changes. The Catalog 2.0 changes that we just discussed is definitely an SDK change. So if you want to, the Dev Summit is a great place where you will hear about the new and upcoming features, and related documentation updates will be published in developer.roku.com. That's how we can be ready for it.
You guys still have a few more minutes. You guys have about 2 more minutes to put your questions in Slido. So okay, what percentages are paid for ads in a channel once we're for this ads question, one, I think we should maybe hold that off for the actually this could be a payout information. Sorry. If you guys, so what percentages are paid for ads in a channel once we are eligible? This also may be an ads question too. So deferring would be okay.
Yeah, I don't think it pertains to us.
Didn't think so.
Yep.
All right. I think that will conclude our session on Roku Pay. We've got, guys, we'll take a 5-minute break and we will come back with audience growth in 5 minutes. Thank you.